About the last minute plus of the first half and how that really seemed to change the game.
You know, it was interesting. You know, it was kind of back and forth, up 2, down 2, and a couple of crazy plays happened in a row. And to their credit, they converted it. They went up, what, 9, 7 or 9, 10. You know, so we had it. You know, we had to get it shortened a little bit. We didn't want to go in at halftime, you know, with that kind of deficit. So, you know, Josh was obviously really, really good in that period. We went to him, and he was on fire. But, you know, we also got a few stops. They gave us great momentum, and then, you know, you're sitting there at halftime, and you're thinking, okay, we're down 2, but, you know, Marvel and White have 1 point. So, you know, I feel pretty good about their involvement in the second half, their ability to affect some change out there, and, you know, boy, did they ever.
Conversely, did you feel good about your team that you're only 2 down with them only having 1 point?
Yeah, you know, I think that's the beauty of our team. You know, Josh comes off the bench, he's great. Olashaney was great. You know, Pete gets 2 points. We've got a lot of guys chipping in. You know, Utah had 2 points. So I mean, we have a lot of guys that I'm comfortable with having out there, knowing that we have a team that can still score even though we're behind.
Coach, did you make a conscious effort to get Marble the ball, get it in his hands and White in the second half?
I would say that it's more like that all the time. You know, it's kind of how we approach coaching him. You know, he can have the ball, he can take it, he can be off the ball, we'll throw it to him. He's got the green light to shoot it. He'll take some bad shots. We live with that. We live with his ability to get to the rim, and I trust his decision making, his, you know, commitment to winning. And you know, when he gets going like that, it has such an incredible effect, not only on our team, but on everybody that was here. I mean, the reaction of the crowd was really special.
You had 5 players in double figures. Everybody really contributed in this one.
Yeah, you know, and it was great to see Zach get 8. You know, his offense had not been there for a couple games, but he had been playing really well, and he's incredibly valuable as a leader, as an experienced guy. But to see him, you know, make a big 3 and make some free throws, and obviously he was as valuable as anybody in handling their press.
On the first possession of the second half, you were able to get Marble kind of isolated and driving. Was that more of a set play, or was that just?
It was a set play that he broke off. Okay, and he has, excuse me, like I said, the ability to do that, the green light to do that. He reacts to what's in front of him. And to be truthful, that's how I coach. I want my guys to react to what's in front of them. A lot of guys, if I call a play, you run that play. Well, you don't know where the defense is going to be. And as soon as they were on his right, he went left and made a great play.
Oglesby looks like he's got more confidence than he's had in his career here. Is that just a matter of experience, or is there more to it?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. Number one, he is more experienced. He's healthy now. He's been through it, but he's a talented player. I mean, I've been saying that over and over. His defense today was nothing short of spectacular. And so it's the same thing against Ohio State. You know, we kind of look at him and say, okay, is Josh hitting threes? And then we gauge him on that only. I mean, he's not a mistake maker. He defends, gets a huge offensive rebound. You know, he just has an incredible feel and sense of how to play. Now, when he's hitting, now he's a superstar. But if he is not making shots, he is still an incredibly effective player. And that's why he was on the floor at the end of the game.
Not only did he get the rebound, but instead of trying to force him up, he pulled it out and 8 more clock. It's just an intelligent play.
And you knew that's what he would do. You know, he wasn't going to go right back up. They had a big guy right on his right hand. You know, all of a sudden we get a rebound, that's a block. And, you know, when they block shots, when you turn it over or take a bad shot, excuse me, they usually turn those into baskets. And we limited those chances for them today, and that's one of them.
Andre Allings had 18 points in the first half, and he held him to 2 in the second. What was the primary focus for you defensively?
He was the primary focus. When a guy that talented as early as sort of gets away from you like he did, you know, we were lucky to only be down 2. And so we locked into him. You know, I thought collectively, defensively in the second half, we were really a lot better. You know, we gave up a few too many offensive rebounds. A couple times we got stops and they got to put it back in. And that's what kept it a game for a stretch there when we were on the verge of pulling away a little bit. But it wasn't the same way they were scoring in the first half. It wasn't the same way he was scoring. Our closeouts were really good. We went to the zone. We closed out really well. Got up in his face. force them to miss.
Fran, what does it say about where this team is right now? Clearly, Minnesota's a very good team. You finished the game on a 61-30 run.
Well, I think it's excuse me. It's just a further example of the talent that we have across the board. I don't know what it was. The points off the bench. It was in the 40s. I know that. So, when you're having 40 points off the bench, it presents all kinds of problems for them, because then we're trying to figure out, do we play, the 2-2-1, do we play the zone, do we play the man? Because they got offensive weapons in a lot of different places, and they're going to go a lot of different places to get baskets. You could lock in a zone and shut down 1 or 2 people. But, when we keep running them in where guys are making shots and guys aren't afraid to shoot the ball and make plays, and then, I thought, Gabe's 6 offensive rebounds were also critical. We had one stretch where we were struggling offensively for a period of time, and he would go back and get it and give us another shot and keep them on defense, and it would wear them down because they had a little bit of foul trouble. So now, they're physically in a different place.
Fran, do you own a guitar?
Oh, it was huge. In the first half, we missed 6, but we were getting there, and you've got to get there against this team. And the second half, we made it.
Fran, with the bobblehead, do you own a guitar? Do you play guitar?
I played a guitar when I was in elementary school. I did. Not very well. I did play the guitar when I was younger.
This Minnesota team, this is a very good team. You think the score's going to mislead people at all, or are you just this good?
I don't think it'll mislead anybody, Mike. I really don't. We were at home. We pulled away from them at the end. It was a much closer game, I think, than the score would indicate. I think you look at what Minnesota has done. The way they played against Ohio State, Michigan, the way they came back to beat Penn State on the road. This is a team that's for real. And they play hard. They share the ball. They got their experienced guys playing well. They put the new guys in there who are experienced. They're just new. But they're going to be a difficult team for everybody that plays in the rest of the year.
With 3 games in 7, this is the first of 3 games in 7 days. Does it speed up the process of getting ready for Michigan now? Will you dive into that tonight, or will you wait till tomorrow?
We've already, dove into it as a staff. The players won't deal with anything until tomorrow. I'll let them kind of enjoy this one, kind of flush it out tomorrow morning, and then we'll go to work on Michigan. But Sherman has them. He's been watching them for weeks. So.
He handled you guys pretty well the last time you were there. Is that a motivation at all, do you think? Or is that so far in the past?
Yeah, I don't. If you can't get up to play against Michigan, come on, there's something wrong. You're at Michigan. They were in the national championship game last year. They're undefeated in our league. That should be enough.
When the polls do come out tomorrow, there's a chance that you're going to be a top 10 team. Do you believe at this point in time, given everything that's happened this season, that you are a top 10 team?
I understand why people talk about it, and I think it's great that people are talking about it that way. But I just think it's irrelevant. Where are you ranked at the end of the year? It speaks to the fact that we're a good team. It gets more people talking about my players, our players, and I'm happy for them. That people are saying that about them, because they're the ones that did it. They're the ones that worked extremely hard to take our program where we were an afterthought to being a ranked team. So, I don't want to shortchange what they've done, but in terms of how I look at it, I really could care less.
What's the limit for this team now? You won 2 in a row, and you got this tough stretch coming up.
Well, it's such a grind in this league. The teams are so good. You don't really think about that. You just think about, okay, let's lock into Michigan. What do they do? What do we have to do against them? We're going to be on the road, and put together a game plan and make sure. Our guys have really done a great job of that all year long. Pretty much since I've got you, they have really locked in and paid attention and grown and really been impressive and given me everything they have to execute a game plan to win.